Hey, number 42, we added a little front light so it's not quite as eerie. Mitch Talk number 42, how you doing? We never talk. You never talk back to me during these, so I'm going to give you a second. Okay, enough of that. Mitch Talk number 42. Beethoven didn't know what he was doing. I see all the classical music lovers saying, oh, forgive him for what he just said. Hey, thinking about this morning. I'm going to see Beethoven's Ninth Symphony tonight, the great one with Ode to Joy in it. Wow, I can't wait to go see it live with actual people playing actual instruments. Very exciting about that. The family and I are getting to go tonight. I was thinking about Ode to Joy this morning and thinking about Beethoven's Ninth. And I was talking to another creative friend of mine this afternoon about it. And it dawned on me, what happened was I thought to myself, there will be people tonight at this concert that when Ode to Joy starts playing, they will stand up. Now, some of them may be true Europeans, and they hear that as sort of the European kind of continental anthem, if you will. A lot of them will just stand up out of respect. You do not have to stand up when you hear Ode to Joy. There's no rule about that written down anywhere. A lot of them will just stand out of respect. A lot of people stand when you do the Alleluia chorus from Handel's Messiah. They just automatically stand up. And I was thinking this morning, man, I wonder if anyone would ever stand up when they heard a piece of music that I created, like they will tonight at this concert. And my immediate reaction was, well, probably not. And that's what got me to thinking that Beethoven, Mozart, Bach, Van Gogh, Rembrandt, Michelangelo, none of them knew what they were doing. Ha ha. Because when they wrote it, they were not saying to themselves, in a couple hundred years, people are going to stand up when they hear this song. Michelangelo, when he's chopping the marble away on the David, was not saying to himself, in a couple hundred years, people are going to want to see this boy. Mozart, when he's writing any of his great pieces of music, was he ever, people, Bach, the Toccata and Fugue in D minor. This is the one. In a bunch of years, there's going to be people. I don't believe that for a second. I believe they were doing what they love. They were composing. I also believe they needed rent money and ale money. They needed to buy ale and pay for rent. So they did stuff because they needed money. A lot of Bach's works that we view as, wow, these are incredible pieces of music. Bach was a church musician. He had to churn out new pieces every single week. And in a lot of cases, he was churning out music for his students. He was writing music to teach people how to play the organ. And they would develop the pieces and turn them into what we now, the great prelude in, G major. I'm not saying it's not great. I'm saying that the guy was writing it because he needed rent and ale money. That's pretty much what he needed. So I don't think that as a creative, we write something saying, wow, this is the one that in 300 years, people are going to stand up at a concert in Highlands Ranch when they hear this melody. I don't think that's how they write. I think they write because they love to write. They paint because they love to paint. They sculpt. Creatives, teachers, builders, architects, programmers, they do it because they're doing what they love. Now, certain things transcend. Enough of us get together and say, have you caught Ludwig's Ninth? It rocked last night. And then they go back to drinking their ale. So we start saying to each other enough times, the Ludwig, baby. Check out the Ninth, man, because it is happening. If they said that hundreds of years ago in Austria or wherever they heard it, I'm sure a lot of people started to go and then the buzz started. But really, Probably after it was done, people clapped and they were like, yeah, I hope he does that again. And then they asked the question, hey, Lud, what else you got? So they weren't writing because they knew. They were writing because that's what writers do. Artists paint, writers write, composers compose, musicians who play things, architects architect, programmers program, cooks cook, creators create. Do what you love. Don't worry about history. History will take care of itself. Just do what you love. Take care. Ode to Joy. I'm looking forward to it.